Let's simplify the Mass Valkyries at Town Hall 13 and how you can earn more 3 stars with them and how to fix your fails. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt, and today we are going to simplify for you the Mass Valkyrie Attack Strategy at Town Hall 13. And I have no idea where even to begin with this attack. However, if you do enjoy the type of content that I post here on the channel, consider subscribing to the channel and ringing the bell for more informative breakdown content. Now, along with this, the Valkyries. How do you control them and how do you even use this attack? Well, the base identification is fairly simple / a little complicated. The main thing is to be able to control where they're going to enter into. The core of the base is the best area that you want to be. So in order to do this, you have the 4 earthquake spells in order to open up an area of the base, whether this be the middle, towards the end of it, or even if you want to sort of get it as your entry point. So you have a lot of options. Along with that, you want to control where your Valkyries are going. This is where the funneling takes place with the use of Valkyries and Super Wizards, but you've also got stuff like the heroes in the base, like the Barbarian King, Archer Queen, Royal Champion. You can use them to lure your Valkyries in to get them deeper set. That's really how you want to view pretty much this attack. So you want to start by using 2 to 5 Valkyries on both the left and the right side with a couple Super Wizards in order to create the funnel. You then have the use of the Earthquake spell to then be able to open up a bit of an area, and in this case, he opens up the base to where it's easier to control the Valkyries, not opening up a ton of compartments all willy-nilly. So that way he's able to send all of the Valkyries, the golems, or the ice golems, the giants, and having those P.E.K.K.A.s moving in as well as they start to move downwards towards the town hall. And really where the strong suit lies here is having that warden ability getting through. The tornado trap is a big deal, but being able to get through the town hall and still having those Valkyries shred through a large part of the base is really, really good. Now, you will have some of your Valkyries move towards the outside of the base, but that's still completely fine, even if they are coming in from the siege barrack if you decide on bringing them. But you've got the use of the Royal Champion, and the Royal Champ can be used on the back end of the base to really provide a lot of support for this attack. And it's going to do a lot of work for you as you also have that Royal Champ Seeking Shield. In this case, she was only level 10, so you can imagine if she was maxed out, how good it would actually be. Now, along with this, the Log Launcher is a great choice most of the time due to it just being able to break through walls, and you could actually use it to control the Valkyries a bit easier. So I would recommend the Log Launcher over any other seed machine in the game with the use of Valkyries. Overall, you may still have Valkyries up in the base. That way you're able to still push through and clean the rest of it up. So there's a lot of different elements that you have that can really make this attack so much better. But this is one of many options on different type of bases. This one had a centralized town hall. You can see how easy it is to deal with those. But don't worry, you also have other type of bases that you can easily use this attack on for 3 stars. Now, there are, of course, other ways that you can use the Mass Valkyrie at Town Hall 13, one of which is using the Log Launcher to go opposite of the Town Hall, and especially if you're seeing an offset Town Hall or teaser style base, like this base here. The main idea is really simple. If you are going in away from the Town Hall, remember you want to look at where the Eagle's placed, what mode the Infernos are, and how spread out. Along with that, you do want to pay very close attention to the scatter shots, and you want to know where they are placed so you can take advantage of them the most. And in this case, they're a bit more spread out, so this could be a little tougher. Along with this, you do want to start by being able to try to create the funnel with some Valkyries and Super Wizards. About 4 to 5 Valkyries is going to be more than enough to do this, especially if you see a lot of buildings very clumped up together. That can give you an indication to actually use the Valkyries at that specific part to create a little bit of a funnel to control your Valkyries. That is really how simple it can be. Now, even though you may think that Valkyries are really tough to control, that's why I'm making this video to simplify it. So you want to start by using the earthquake spells, and in this case, the attacker is using them on the back end because he's going in from the top side of the base, using the giants and the ice golems to tank for the log launcher. Then using the Valkyries on either side in order to cut off this area. It may not be entirely perfect, but you've got a good group of the Valkyries and the ice golems and the giants, along with the P.E.K.K.A.s and some of the super wizards, to enter into the base. You want this in order to push your way through. The first initial rage in order to start pushing into the core, and you can use the poison spell along with another rage spell in order to move in down towards the town hall position. You can even use a heal spell to provide a lot of support for everything as you work yourself in, and using the Grand Warden ability to protect everything from the town hall, from the single infernos, from the scatter shots. It's incredibly important. And also having the use of the jump spell to go in towards the back end, like getting rid of a scatter shot, is a fantastic choice. And along with this, you don't really need max level heroes. Yes, level 70 heroes are really nice, but you can still do this with a level 10 Royal Champion, and even if your Warden isn't completely maxed, as long as he's between level 40 and level 50, you can still use this attack fairly consistently, and that is why this is incredibly strong. It is a very good army that you should try out, as it completely works. It even surprises me how well you can actually earn the 3 stars at Town Hall 13 by using Valkyries. And yes, even though the bases are rushed, you can still use this fairly consistently as long as you are finding the right bases. Now, if you still don't think that this is proof that Valkyries are really good and you should be using them, you can also use them versus isolated town hall bases. We all know that this base is really annoying sometimes, but it's fairly easy to deal with. One of the biggest things that I wouldn't really think about is that this base, most of it is on the outside. So a large part of this base is on the outside. So that's step 1 in base identification. You can use the 4 earthquake spells to deal damage to the town hall, and you could use a log launcher to go all the way in to take it down with no problem, while you let your Valkyries and all your heroes just pretty much spread around and take on the entire base. Now, that is very base specific, but it works incredibly well. So remember that if you are going to be using this, you just want to be able to control where your Valkyries are going, unless it's one big ring, kind of like this base. This is where the log launcher plays incredibly well, using the 4 earthquake spells to deal damage on the town hall, as you can see, but then also having the log launcher with the giants, the ice golems. It allows you to do something that you weren't able to do before, which is take down the town hall from a distance. And even though the Valkyries are kind of going all over the place, you got Valkyries going here, some Valks going this direction, some Valks going into the base, none going into the core, but the main thing is so simple about it. The log launcher can actually take down the town hall. Even a level 3 log launcher can do this, so you don't need it to be maxed. And you can use the Grand Warden ability to protect a large amount of the troops, like these super wizards, in going through the base. And you've also got the use of that Royal Champion that you can save to the back end of the base. You don't have to immediately send it through. And the idea is that you just want to be able to have some of your Valkyries still up, but the main thing is just to be able to know where a majority of your Valkyries are going and how you can kind of support them. And this is the reason to why it's so strong. Yes, is the base easier because it's a bit rushed? Yes, but this is the Clan War Leagues, and you're not always going to find max bases in War. So that is one of the things I do want to point your attention to. So even though he is a somewhat maxed out Town Hall 13, still having Valkyries, P.E.K.K.A.s, Super Wizards up, and his heroes, you can still do this attack with no problem whatsoever for 3 stars. So if you like using Valkyries, or this inspires you to start using Valkyries, you should definitely do so. Now, like with any attack strategy, you will fail with this army. So let's go over a small tweak that you can make in your attacks to prevent you from failing with this army all too much. The attacker got a 98% 2-star on this island base here, which is absolutely insane with the use of Valkyries. So in this case, using the 4 earthquake spells to open up the core, but the main thing is the use of the Royal Champion. The Royal Champion in this case fell just short because of the enemy queen and single inferno. Try to save your Royal Champion for the back end of the base. This will help you clear through it without having to worry about your Royal Champion getting taken down. So you want to think about those things. Along with that, you do want to try and create the funnel for your entire attack by using those Valkyries. So being able to use the earthquake spell to open up the core allows you to then allow all the Valkyries to merge themselves in and start pushing through the rest. So you do want to use a couple of Valkyries both on the right side and also on the left to get rid of defensive structures and other buildings, so it's easier for you to control where the Valkyries are going. Even if that means that you're not going to be using nearly as many Valks to push in, you've got the use of the Giants, the Ice Golems, the Log Launcher, the P.E.K.K.A.s, the Super Wizards. I mean, there is a lot going on, but you've also got Valkyries from the CC, and you're able to start pushing your way in and starting to move your way in towards the Town Hall. Now, this is where the problems arise, because in this case, you can see that the enemy Archer Queen is going to be starting to hit the Royal Champion, forcing the ability, and also with that single inferno, she will be able to get off the Seeking Shield, but unfortunately, it wouldn't be enough. So that is one little tip of advice. Try to prevent the Royal Champion from being taken down by using her from the opposite side. Even consider bringing the use of free spells if, one, you didn't deal with a clan castle, or if, you didn't really need it to deal with the enemy CC. So you always want to just think about those things, as that is going to make you a better attacker. And in this case, yes, he did lose a large part of his Valkyries, but in most cases, you will be able to get through a large portion of the base with the use of the Valkyries, but having them in order to push themselves through. He was really close to 3-starring this base anyways, he still even had his queen ability. So the main thing that you just want to take away from this is try to use that Royal Champion towards the back end. That's going to make it a better attack, and you won't fail. Of course, you may fail with funneling, so you do want to try and make sure that you're funneling with either some Valkyries, maybe an E-Drag if you would like, but you can bring a lot of different units, so you want to think about all those different things as you start to use this attack strategy. But being able to really understand why certain attacks fail over others is going to help you. And in this case, all he had left was this single target Inferno. Queen could have been able to get through just a couple shots, but unfortunately, it wasn't going to be enough, and that was an unfortunate 2-star. But it's super, super close, and how you can pretty much learn from mistakes of other attackers and how you can use those fails to your advantage to be able to 3-star more. If you want to check out any of my other Town Hall 13 videos, make sure you check them out all along here, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Along with that, make sure to use code CORRUPT in the Clash of Clans shop or any Supercell game, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.